Hey Leo, how are you? I'm Danielle. Welcome to Moonlight Intuition. This is going to be a general reading for all you gorgeous lions out there, lionesses. If there are messages that resonate with you in this video, please like the video. It helps my channel grow. I appreciate it. And if you'd like to keep up with these weekly readings I will be sharing, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. Let's see, what we got. We're just like all around these readings. We're getting a lot of watery, releasing energy because that is what Pisces season is all about. Okay, we have the Five of Cups reversed. We have the Devil, which is a major arcana. So major arcanas in tarot mark major turning points in life. And we have the Two of Swords. Okay, I mean, here right away we have Capricorn energy. This is a general reading, but if there's some of you out there that have a significant Capricorn energy in your life, this might be relevant to you. But there's definitely something here. There's a big vibe. I mean, Pisces season is all about releasing and letting go, and kind of, it's about human being instead of human doing, right? It's like Pisces is a fish, it's underwater, it's very dreamy, very mystical, very like otherworldly. There's very few boundaries with Pisces. It's kind of like, it's almost like the joke you see memes on the internet all the time, like Pisces, I am everything, I am the universe, I am all these things. And anyway, we just had a full moon in Pisces' opposing sign over the weekend of Virgo, and Virgo on the opposition of Pisces. So if Pisces is like human being, Virgo is human doing. Pisces is a mutable water sign, Virgo is a mutable earth sign. So it's like literally the spirit and the body, right? And so you might have had a lot of themes over the weekend. First of all, did the full moon kick your ass? Me, it kind of did, but it brought a lot to light. And there's something here, this is actually like a really good reading because it is kind of showing avoidance of the inner world while being like too fixated on the material. So it's like, I feel like in you, Leo, right now, it is kind of like the inner world and the outer world are just a bit out of whack. It might be a bit too, not even so much that you're doing, but it might be right now that you're too fixated on your problems. And I do quotation marks with love, but it's like when you kind of see the bigger picture, you too would be like, oh, my problems. It might be something that it's like by kind of ignoring your inner world and kind of what's been kind of plaguing you over and over and over again internally, that's been like pissing you off or like upsetting you, or how you feel people are disloyal to you and you're so loyal, or maybe it's like feeling like you support other people's dreams, everyone but your own. It's like ignoring kind of all these things that are very real by kind of like being the fabulous lion that you are. It's like, Leo, you don't need to try to be in the spotlight. You are the spotlight. You're ruled by the sun. You are the spotlight. You are fire. You are the like burning embers of like energy and love and vitality and courage and confidence. But the Devil card, kind of these two cards indicate turning away from your emotions. I'll delve a bit deeper into both of these. And the Devil can signify it's kind of ignoring the shadow. And it's also, it can be being fixated on the material world, right? And it's very small and narrow. Like it's like losing sight of like the support that you have from the metaphysical world, from your spirit guides, your angels, whatever, people, however that resonates, the universe, God, however that may resonate with you. It's like losing sight of that and being very fixated on like, why is my partner behaving this way? He's pissing me off. Why? I look at my bank account, there's not enough. It's like being very fixated on your problems and forgetting the bigger picture. So there's something with you, Leo. I feel it's like whatever's keeping you up at night is a distraction from your true path and your true calling. And the thing with the Devil, it's like, you know, these nudies over here are chained to the Devil, but the chains are really tight. Like these people can literally be like, bye. And I feel like the Devil, I actually like the Devil card a lot. I don't think it's scary because to me, I equate it to almost like the Wizard of Oz. It's like when they finally see behind the curtain of Oz and they're like, that's the guy, that's the wizard, this weird short little man. It's like, and that's kind of a direct metaphor for our fears and our shadow, things that keep us up at night that we're like, no, I'm thinking about that again. I don't want to look at it, right? I kind of equate the devil to that it's like, it's scary because we're trying to run away from it, right? So it's like a bully. If you're like, if a bully was bullying you when you were a kid, if you kind of run away from the bully, he or she will probably just keep coming after you, right? Because the bully just really, at the end of the day, you know, it's like the classic hurt people. Like bullies just want love. And it's almost like your inner, there's something like I feel like you have an inner Leo in you that's like, hey, you piece of shit, what the fuck? Like, yeah, look at you, you fucking loser. You're helping everyone, but no, look at you. No one cares about you. And it's like, and you don't want to like, whatever repetitive thoughts that come in your mind, and it's like pushing it away by maybe like taking action or like projecting or maybe like roaring at people, right? And so there's something really like poignant about this reading that's very fitting with Pisces season and the Virgo full moon. And this card too, like these two people, I feel like it's kind of like equated a little bit to the Lovers card, which is Gemini energy. It's like the masculine and the feminine energy. It has nothing to do with gender. It just, masculine energy is like action, conquering, and feminine energy is like rest, receiving, intuitive downloads, emotions, right? So you might be too much in the conquering as a means of like escaping the truth that just wants to be looked at and healed. So first of all, the Five of Cups, I'll turn it up so you can see it. This is the element of water. So for some of you, this could be relevant to a specific person, perhaps something you've been through, possibly. Again, this is general reading. It's going to resonate differently, but it could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, like some kind of maybe relationship with a water sign, whether it's interpersonal, romantic, whatever, that has spilled over. And it's kind of like, the healing thing of this is gratitude, because it's like, look at these spilled cups. It's kind of, again, the narrow focus on the problem right in front of you. It's like, oh, well, this person did this. And it's like, and meanwhile, if you turn around, there's two full cups right there. And if you turn around even further, look, there's a castle ahead waiting for you, a bridge towards that castle. And this card too is kind of like cups that have spilled over. Like kind of the story of the Five of Cups is that this person has lost his or her taste for wine. So it's almost like grieving something that you don't even really want or care about anymore. You know what I mean? That's why do I feel it's a person for some of you? Like maybe it's like a specific kerfuffle with somebody and that it's like, it's pissing you out and you're still fixated on it. But meanwhile, you're like, wait a minute, I don't even fucking care. Look at my life now. My life's completely different. This person served a purpose at that point in my life. And look at everything I have now. And look how fine I am. Look how fabulous I am. And like, you know what I mean? So it's like you're kind of missing your opportunity for your true kind of shining by focusing on things that have spilled over, perhaps, that really, if you really are real with yourself, you're like, I actually don't give a fuck. Like, I'm kind of over it. This is from the past, you know? And so this can be part of the devil a little bit. It's like to set yourself free from, it's like, you know, in life, like things plague us. And then one day you're like, oh, I'm over it. That's really how life works, right? And I feel like Leo, you're especially like that because you're so confident. Like you are there. You're really here to show us how to shine naturally, how to be confident without even trying, just by breathing, just by opening your eyes in the morning. I feel like you shine when you're sleeping. So it's like you're really here to lead the way in that way. And we want you back at that place. So not to shine by being like, look at me, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not like making fun of you or pointing fingers, like every sign has its shadow. And this is kind of part of Leo's shadow, right? That it's like your strength is in your true, like, and you are the strength card in tarot, and it's like strength and vulnerability, right? By being like, looking at the parts of yourself that maybe feel hurt, feel wounded. And then as quickly as you look at it, you're kind of over it, I think. You know what I mean? To be like, okay, well, yeah, that friendship or that relationship or that coworker or whatever, yeah, that fucking pissed me off. It's like, yeah, that friendship or whatever, this situation ended, or whether it's a situation, a person, when you look at it, it's like, yeah, to be grateful for it, to be like, yeah, there was a time that I was aligned with that and now I'm not anymore. And if I was aligned, this person or this situation or this opportunity would still be in my life, and now it's not. And in reality, look at everything I have. I don't give a flying fuck anymore. So it's like, as soon as you kind of look at it, it goes away. And so, and it's true. It's so true. Like I go through this all the time. Like I'm like plagued by something forever. Then I'm like, oh, I'm over it. Like as soon as I address it and like have a cry about it, I'm a Cancer. I'm not saying you're not gonna cry or whatever, but it's like as soon as you like face it, then you're like, yeah, okay, I don't care anymore. It's done because it's not real, right? But the inner world can be very real. So there's something about Pisces season, about letting go and balancing. Yeah, that Virgo full moon that just came up. It's like, are we human doing too much or human being too much? Which one is it? And how do we find more balance of the two? Like the action versus the rest, releasing, receiving, right? And so this card is kind of a card of, you might be defensive about something. Intuitively, that's just kind of what's coming up. That this person's like, "Urgh." And it's like, as soon as you kind of start looking at these parts of you that are pissing you off, that are kind of making you defensive, when you kind of look at them with compassion and vulnerability and the true strength of who you are, it's almost like you can drop the swords. You can be like, yeah, okay, great. And this is kind of similar to the devil. It's like that blindfold can come off quite easily. And then you turn around, look at all this water, look at all this beauty, the moon. Ooh, I'm fabulous. I'm going to have a beach day even though it's like fucking February because I'm fine. You know what I mean? But also too, this can be a card of third place solutions. If there's something in your life that you're like, well, it's this or that, this or that. And usually when you kind of sit with yourself, take some time to meditate, come back to neutrality, regulate your nervous system. Usually you see that's like a third place solution. You're like option A or option B. You're like, oh, wait a minute, it's neither of these things. The path is right there. Option A and option B were merely distractions to my true nature, to my true calling. So Leo, yeah, it's just kind of a time to face yourself with the true strength of your vulnerability, because as soon as you look at this with compassion and care and love and confidence, it's like, it's not going to bug you anymore, I feel, you know? And then the devil will turn into like a little bat. It'll just fly away. And then you're like, why did I let that bother me for so long? It's like anything else. Things go a certain way, things accumulate until we just pay attention to it. It's like me, it's like in practical terms. I mean, my emotional world, that's a whole, I can make a whole video on just that. But, you know, with like my health, in terms of specifically like my weight and finances, like I accumulated a bit of debt over the last couple of years and I gained a bit of weight. I went through a lot of stressful time in my life and I was really avoiding those two areas of life and it was really distressing me. And you know what happened? As soon as I started paying attention to both those areas, lost 15 pounds just like that. I'm debt free. You just have to pay attention. You got this, Leo. We want you to roar from a place of truth, confidence, love, vitality, and we just love you. Have a beautiful day.